Hello, welcome back to Turntable Guy. On the table today we have a turntable manufacturer that you don't see very often. This is an NEC model AUP-6500E. That's quite the model number considering what NEC make. Very many turntables. I doubt it. Did they make this one? I doubt it. Very plasticky. It's all plastic except for the platter pretty much and the tone arm. This is the same owner that dropped off that last table, which was that realistic Lab 390. Another turntable up for quick sale. He just asked me to go over it to see what's going on with it. I can tell you one thing right now, that these pitch controls do not even move. I thought we would just plug it in and just have a quick look at the status of it. What's this got? This has got a Shure 5X cartridge on it. Looks like it's got a little bit of needle left, so we might be able to do a sound test on this one. Let's just plug it in quickly, see if it spins. It's really dirty, which is kind of gross. Take this platter off for now and see how she spins, if she spins. Oh yeah. Micro switch is engaging. Am I doing something wrong here? Can you see the strobe light turning on? The strobe light's missing the glass cover, so you can just see the neon lamp under there. So it is turning on. We're getting no spin. Well, that's not good. I've always said that when a direct drive is not spinning, it's got a serious issue. And we're going to try the micro switch thing again, see if that does it. Let's see if it auto returns. It does auto return. It doesn't want to shut off until we spin the gears over. There we go. I'm just seeing if we can, sometimes you can coax it into spinning. Not this one. Okay. Alright, so we got a dead table here. Like I said, I'm not too pleased about that because, first of all, this guy does not want to spend money on these tables. He just wants to get rid of them. And I'm just trying to see if there's a manufacturer here. I'm pretty sure NEC did not make their own turntables. They're more known for computer products and cash registers, actually. But they did make a line of stereo equipment back in the day. Maybe when we get the bottom off, there'll be something in there that tells us who made this. Not putting a towel down for this cover because it's a piece of crap. And I keep my bench nice and clean. Alright, so we got 8 screws. I think we can live through those 8 screws. DC direct motor, Fujiya Audio Company. I have no idea if Fujiya was part of NEC or if NEC is part of Fujiya. I do know that Subaru is part of Fuji Heavy Industries. Not that that means anything in the audio world. This has been, I can tell you right now that this has probably been in a moist environment because where the feet sit, there's an indentation in this cheap cardboard. warped. Okay, so speed pot controls over here definitely need cleaning. Let's look at the speed switch. What was that? Oh yeah, there we go. That is some kind of mount that's broken off. I see this a lot. Actually, I fixed a Sanyo turntable not too long ago where the actual platter was mounted to the plastic chassis through plastic, screw mounts with a metal screw, and guaranteed to break after so many years. The plastic becomes brittle and it breaks. That's a really weird spot for the audio connection. It comes all the way over here. It's usually right by the arm, which is strange. You see that? So the audio connection's here. The RCA cable comes all the way over here and then comes back into the arm. Strange. Never seen that before. Board looks nice. Oh, we should check fuses. Let's do that first. Good. Good. Big solid motor, but the rest of it's just a hunk of plastic. It's very cheap. So I guess the first thing we'll do is we will spray the pots. They might be so gummed up that there is no connectivity getting through them. So the power's coming into the power will come into the pots, and then it'll go back to the motor. And if there's zero connectivity in here, there's a chance that that it's just not getting to the motor to tell it to turn on. So that's going to be our first plan of attack, is to hit these with some contact cleaner and get them going, because they don't even move. So there's a very good chance that that could be the issue. So we'll give them a shot. And we'll slowly start moving those back and forth. They are so tight. Unbelievable. I can't even do it with my fingers. They're so bad. Wow. Honestly, never seen them this tight. Wow. Holy free holies. Loosening a little bit. Incredible. Shot from the front here. I've never seen pots this tight. And 33s are really starting to loosen now. They must be just so gummed up. I find the 45 ones are usually worse because more people are playing 33 records than 45s. So you're not dialing in the pitch controls that often on 45. It's really bad. We'll just let that sit for a little while and let the neutral do its job. I'm also going to hit these. I'm not going to touch them though, even though it says 33 and 45 here. You know what? Let's give them a little turn. We'll just put them back where they were. that can't hurt anything. So we're about 1 o'clock on the 33, just to loosen it. And we're pretty much 12 o'clock? No, 9 o'clock on the, just right there. Sorry, that's 11 o'clock. Just leave those alone. And we're also going to hit the micro switch here, because as you know, we've had micro switch issues in the past. So we're just going to loosen that, pull it off so we can get some good soakage. And if these items don't do the trick, then this table is going bye-bye. So like I said, you want to put your nozzle on the switch. You don't want to spray, you want to kind of soak and flood the switch, which is really hard because the little switch is in the way. So it's really difficult. So just try to flow it out. There we go. You're trying to flood the interior of it. It'll flow in. Gravity will do its job. You can try spraying in these cracks, but I find they're usually just closed. Yeah, that's not doing anything. So we'll just let that flow in. Work the switch a little bit. Let gravity do its work. And we'll put her back. As you could probably guess, I haven't got my new camera yet. I think I found something that I might be interested in. It's nothing great, but it's supposedly 1080p and has provision for a external mic, which I like. So I can use my band mic, my AKG, and hang it near the camera. That's a really good quality mic. Alright, so that's definitely okay there. That's switching. That's all good. Sometimes I like to hit the fuse a little bit of that. Are these loosening up a little more? Yes, they are. Much better on the pitch controls. 33 is definitely better. It's really loosening up now, which is great. Let's just turn it over and see. We don't need to put the bass on. We'll just turn it over and see if we have something else. Just see if we have any spinning. Okay, let's see what happens now. Hey, there you go. It's going to auto return, of course. How about that, huh? We can fix it. We can fix it. I think we can fix it. Let's do an auto return again. That might need an adjustment. Oh yeah, she doesn't want to stop. Reject button stuck maybe? There we go. Sometimes the reject button gets stuck. So, surprisingly, the spindle's good. That's lubricated. All right, let's see if we have a stable speed. I didn't check the pots. So we're on, we have to hit that speed switch as well. Okay, here's 33. And let's see if we can dial that in. I think we can. I know it's hard to see when I adjust speed, but the reason I put my hand over here is because my overhead lights kind of dim the... It's really touchy. This still wavering. Those switches need a lot of work. How about 45? Is not bad. Oh no, it's not great either. So I think on this one we're going to have to do some under repairs. What we'll do is we'll try to center these. We're gonna hit these with some deoxit. I find sometimes if neutral doesn't do the trick, it's great for loosening crud, and maybe we'll hit it with some of the heavy duty stuff. You usually don't need deoxit. I mean, it's expensive enough that you can get away with a cheaper contact cleaner like neutral. But sometimes, you know, you do have something that's really bad, and oh, I just made a big mistake. I didn't take my platter off. So we crack open, you know, the heavy duty stuff, and we go. And the reason that I try not to use deoxit is exactly that. It is extremely expensive. And I find that that neutral will... I hate these new nozzles. See what I mean? The can leaks. It's terrible. What a waste. It's like they want you to waste the stuff, so you have to buy another can. You get it all over your hands, all over my bench. All over the inside of the table. Luckily it evaporates quickly. Okay, we're going to work these pots a little bit more, and then we will do a speed adjustment on the table. This 45 control is just a mess. My guess, it probably hasn't been turned since, you know, the mid 80s when this thing was manufactured. I'm guessing mid 80s. I could be 150% wrong. Who knows? Maybe it's the 70s. It's better. It's getting there. 33 is really starting to come around. So what we're going to do is we're going to center these two pots and then adjust our fine speed controls here. And we're going to have to do that with the table turned over. And we're going to hit our speed selector switch while we're here. We're going to work that back and forth. Okay, so we're going to set up the turntable. We're going to kind of hang it over my desk here. I want to be able to show you what I do, but what I want to do is take off the lid. Okay. Put some weight on that arm. Yes, this is all deoxit leaking out. God, this thing is absolutely filthy. Excuse me. Okay, so put our platter on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get underneath and I'm going to put something here so you guys can see the speed. So one sec. So there's our 33. And here's our 45. Okay. Now, you might not be able to see the strobe turning correctly because of the frequency of the lights in here. But you get an idea. You probably will get to be able to see it move left and right as I adjust. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, oh, these pots are really turning out great now. So much better than they were. That 45 is still gummy. Alright, so we're just going to kind of, there's a mark there. You kind of see the full swing. Okay, so that's center on 45. 33 is all the way over, so right about, we'll call that center on 33. We'll call that center on 33, okay? Now I'm going to go underneath with a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to move the arm over and get my flashlight, and I'm going to disappear for a second, but you should be able to see this, okay, as it spins. So as you can see right now, or if you can see, 33 looks a little bit fast. Are we on 33? We're on 45. That's not good. Okay, so 33 is exceptionally slow. All right, so I'm going to get under here and I'm going to adjust. If I could see the pots. I'm going to adjust 45 first. 45 is slow. Am I reading it right? 60 hertz is the outside line here, so it is slow. Okay, turning the 45 pot now. Not good. We don't even have enough movement on the pot. So I'm turn all the way to the right on the pot, and all the way over on the fine adjustment potentiometer underneath, and I'm just stable. That's not good, but I'm going to leave it because it is working. So now I'll do 33, and it is slow as well. And there it is. Okay, so here we go for 33, and this one is adjusting nicely. Just going to check the electronic. That's right on. Okay, so there we go. Our pots are adjusted. I'm not happy with the 45, but again, this is a matter of money, and he doesn't want to spend any, and it's working. So speeds are adjusted. The most important thing is that it's actually spinning now. So we're going to clean the stylus. We're going to put our base back on, and we're going to see if it makes any noise. I always like to clean unknown styli, you know, that look older than dirt, with a little bit of alcohol. And even though every stylus manufacturer in the world will tell you not to do this, I go back and forth gently. Okay. Looks clean. I'm just going to clean inside the head shell on this one. The head shell tube here. Looks a little gummy. Can actually affect ground if you don't have a good solid ground connection between the head shell and the receptacle here. You can also, it also cleans the little gold-plated contacts on the inside. It's not too bad. Same thing here. Just ensures good contact. Alright, we're going to put the base back on for a test. Just without the screws for now. I mean, seriously, have you seen dirtier RCA jacks? RCA plugs? Why do I always say jacks? Absolutely disgusting. Was this thing living in a barn? Alright, why do people do this? Absolutely gross. Gross, gross, gross. Okay. But my job is not to clean. It is to make worky. Alright. Just gonna balance up this arm a little bit here. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. So I want to get, oh, auto return. Well, let's see if that stops this time. And it did. So we had a sticky reject button. So get your arm at 0 balance. Anti-skating at 0. This one's got a little bit of positive anti-skate on it. Sometimes you just have to adjust the anti-skate just a little bit so it stays right there. Okay. Bring it back. I know you can't see that, but just hold your weight and adjust this to 0 and then bring it forward, let's say, to 2 grams. Now, just out of curiosity's sake, sometimes these old weights are good for nothing. Let's see if it's actually 2 grams. Or how close it is. Hello? Okay, is my scale? Why isn't this dropping down? Is this thing on? Why isn't that going down? That's no good. I don't know why, but the arm is not dropping down. enough to contact the record. That's pretty stupid. Just going to pull this spring out here. We're just going to run it as a manual for now. We'll deal with that in a minute. There we go. Now, did I hit 2 grams or not? Yeah, it's off by a little bit, but not too bad. All right. Let's see if we got sound. And we do. No hum. But we have no power, as usual.
Cold and occasionally painful, and sometimes there are so many.
Speed is stable.
That I can hardly stand it. Rats. And today at the baseball game, it's hard to believe.
Well, it's working. I just need to find out what's going on with this auto lift mechanism. Something tells me this screw has something to do with it. So we'll have a quick look at that. But I'm going to pause and let this one go. Call it done. It's not pretty. It's not going to win any beauty contests. It's filthy. I wouldn't pay more than 20 bucks for this thing. But once the pots were cleaned, you know, it had a nice chunky direct drive motor in it. It's dead silent, and the lubrication on the main bearing is like perfect. So, you know, lots of good and bad points on these old tables, but one of them is that they're usually pretty reliable, except for electronic switches and controls, which need to be cleaned. So I'm going to leave this one here. Again, I apologize for the quality of video and audio due to this camera. I'm hoping the new one will be arriving. So it's saying sometime next week. I don't have many other tables to do, so I'm going to get a chance to play with it a little bit before I upload my first video and make sure everything's working nice and up to you know, decent YouTube standards. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to Turntable Guy, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks.